As we know, it's not the smartest people who are the most successful or the most fulfilled in life, but the ones that truly built for themselves an extreme capacity for understanding and embracing the value of emotional intelligence. You probably know people who are academically brilliant and yet are socially inept and unsuccessful at work or in their personal relationships. Intellectual ability isn't enough on its own to achieve success in life. Yes, your IQ can help you get into college, but it's your emotional coefficient that will help you manage the stress and emotions when facing your final exams. IQ and EQ exist in tandem and are most effective when they are built off one another. Emotional intelligence effects can have a huge beneficial contribution in your life. Your mental health is the first thing that you will notice improving. Take in consideration that if you're unable to manage your emotions, you are probably not managing your stress either. And this can lead to serious health problems. Uncontrolled stress raises blood pressure, suppresses the immune system, and speeds up the aging process. The first and most important step when you start focusing on the growth of your emotional intelligence is to learn how to manage the stress coming from life's adversities in a positive and productive way. When you become overly stressed, you can lose control of your emotions, and the ability to act thoughtfully and appropriately is decreasing rapidly. Think about a time when stress has overwhelmed you. Was it easy to think clearly or make a rational decision? Probably not. When you become overly stressed, your ability to both think clearly and accurately assess emotions, your own and other people's, becomes compromised. There are many healthy ways to reduce stress or cope with its effects, but they all require change. You can either change the situation or change your reaction. When deciding which option fits better for your situation to choose, it's helpful to think of the 4 alternative options that can help you with that change. And these are the 4 A's: avoid, alter, accept, or adapt. In order to become emotionally intelligent, so you can finally become emotionally healthy, you must reconnect to your core emotions, accept them, and become comfortable with them. You can achieve this through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of purposely focusing your attention on the present moment and without judging yourself. The cultivation of mindfulness has roots in Buddhism, but most religions include some type of similar prayer or meditation technique. It helps you shift your preoccupation with thought toward an appreciation of the physical and emotional sensations and brings a larger perspective on life. Also, calms and focuses you, making you more self-aware in the process of your self-discovery and emotional healing. Emotional intelligence has a base root in understanding your emotional surroundings. In order for this ability to increase, you need to build social awareness. You need to recognize the importance of mindfulness in the social process. After all, you can't pick up on subtle nonverbal cues when you're in your own head, thinking about other things, or simply zoning out on your phone. Social awareness requires your presence in the moment. While many of us pride ourselves on an ability to multitask, this means that you'll miss the subtle emotional shifts taking place in other people that help you to fully understand them. Avoid unnecessary stress. Even though not all stress can be avoided, and it's not healthy to avoid a situation that needs to be addressed. But you may be surprised by the number of stresses in your life that you can eliminate. Learn how to say no. Know your limits and stick to them, whether in your personal or professional life. Taking on more than you can handle is a surefire recipe for stress. Avoid people who stress you out. If someone consistently causes stress in your life, limit the amount of time you spend with that person or end the relationship. Take control of your environment. If the evening news makes you anxious, turn off the TV. If traffic makes you tense, take a longer but less traveled route. If going to the market is an unpleasant chore, do your grocery shopping online. Avoid hot-button topics. If you get upset over religion or politics, cross them off your conversation list. If you repeatedly argue about the same subject with the same people, stop bringing it up or excuse yourself when it's the topic of discussion. Pare down your to-do list. Analyze your schedule, responsibilities, and daily tasks. If you've got too much on your plate, distinguish between the shoulds and the musts. Drop tasks that aren't truly necessary to the bottom of the list or eliminate them entirely. You are actually more likely to further your social goals by setting other thoughts aside and focusing on the interaction itself. Following the flow of another person's emotional responses is a give-and-take process that requires you to also pay attention to the changes in your own emotional experience. Paying attention to others doesn't diminish your own self-awareness. By investing the time and effort to really pay attention to others, you'll actually gain insight into your own emotional state, as well as your values and beliefs. For example, if you feel discomfort hearing others express certain views, you'll have learned something important about yourself. Accept the things you can't change. Some sources of stress are unavoidable. You can't prevent or change stresses such as the death of a loved one, a serious illness, or a national recession. In such cases, the best way to cope with stress is to accept things as they are. Acceptance may be difficult, but in the long run, it's easier than railing against a situation you can't change. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. Many things in life are beyond our control, particularly the behavior of other people. Rather than stressing out over them, focus on the things you can control, such as the way you choose to react to problems. Look for the upside. When facing major challenges, try to look at them as opportunities for personal growth. If your own poor choices contributed to a stressful situation, reflect on them and learn from your mistakes. Learn to forgive. Accept the fact that we live in an imperfect world and that people make mistakes. Let go of anger and resentments. Free yourself from negative energy by forgiving and moving on. Always remember, if you can be anything in life, be a Stoic. Support with a like and subscribe for more Stoic empowerment.